life's events, particularly those steeped in strong emotions, profoundly influence both our physical and mental states. These experiences, rich in emotional content, create lasting impressions in our minds. Each time we recall these memories, it's as if we're teleported back to those moments, triggering identical chemical reactions in our brain and body. This phenomenon is not just a simple recollection of past events, it is a vivid re experiencing of them. When we revisit these emotional memories, our brain doesn't distinguish between past and present. It reacts as if the event is occurring in real time, releasing the same hormones and neurotransmitters. This process results in a physiological state that mirrors the original moment, complete with similar heart rates, breathing patterns, and even muscular responses. It's a powerful demonstration of how our bodies and minds are interconnected, with memories having the capacity to evoke physical states. This cycle of remembering and re experiencing has profound implications. As these memories get reinforced through frequent recall, they begin to shape our emotional landscape. Our responses to new situations are colored by these past experiences, leading to a conditioned reaction pattern. For instance, a person who has experienced betrayal may find it challenging to trust anew, as their body and mind are primed to expect similar hurt, even in different circumstances. Furthermore, this cycle anchors us in the past. Our present emotions and reactions are heavily influenced by these past experiences, creating a lens through which we view the world. This often leads to a skewed perception where we are more likely to anticipate negative outcomes based on past hurts or failures. It limits our ability to experience the present moment fully and openly, as our past continuously intrudes upon our present. The strength of these emotional imprints also impacts our decision making process. Decisions are not just rational choices, but are deeply intertwined with our emotional memories. Our brains, in an effort to protect us, may steer us away from choices that resemble past painful experiences, even if those choices could lead to positive outcomes. This protective mechanism, while beneficial in some cases, can also hinder our growth and ability to embrace new opportunities. As humans, we have a natural tendency to gravitate towards routines, creating a sense of predictability and safety in our lives. This inclination often leads us to operate on autopilot, engaging in a series of behaviors that require minimal conscious thought. Over time, these repeated actions, thoughts, and emotional responses coalesce into habits. These habits, once formed, operate largely outside our conscious awareness, driving our actions almost reflexively. The development of habits is a testament to the efficiency of the human brain, which constantly seeks to conserve energy. By automating frequent behaviors, the brain reduces the cognitive load required for daily tasks. This process allows us to perform many actions, like driving, typing, or even certain social interactions, without expending significant mental effort. However, this efficiency comes at a cost. When our habits become so deeply ingrained that they surpass our conscious control, we begin to lose a degree of free will. Our responses become pre programmed based on past repetitions rather than present circumstances. This loss of conscious control over our actions can lead to a life that feels monotonous and predictable. When our days are dictated by habitual responses, we tend to recreate the same experiences, emotions, and even thoughts day after day. This cycle traps us in a loop where our future becomes a mere extension of our past. The comfort of routine and the familiarity of our habits can thus inadvertently hinder our growth and development. Moreover, the dominance of habit in our lives can lead to a lack of awareness and mindfulness. When we are not fully present in our actions, we miss out on the richness and variety of experiences that life offers. This autopilot mode can also diminish our ability to make conscious choices aligned with our true desires and goals. Instead, we find ourselves making decisions based on ingrained patterns of behavior, which may not serve our current interests or aspirations. Furthermore, the predictability that comes with a habitual life can lead to a sense of stagnation and dissatisfaction. The excitement of new challenges, the joy of unexpected discoveries, and the thrill of learning are often lost in the repetitive cycles of habit. This can result in a feeling of being stuck, both personally and professionally, as we cease to explore and engage with new opportunities. The present moment holds a unique and powerful position in our lives, distinct from the constraints of our past experiences and the expectations of our future. It is in this singular space that the unknown and new possibilities flourish. Unlike the familiar past, which is often colored by memories and experiences, or the predictable future shaped by our anticipations and fears, the present is a realm of uncharted potential. Embracing the present moment requires a conscious effort to move away from our innate survival instincts, which are frequently attuned to anticipating and preparing for worst case scenarios. These instincts, while crucial for our ancestral survival, can often lead us to overemphasize potential dangers or negative outcomes in our modern lives, thereby clouding our ability to experience the present fully. This heightened state of alertness is often accompanied by the release of stress hormones such as cortisol and adrenaline, which prepare our bodies for the fight or flight response. However, when we are constantly in this state, it becomes challenging to relax and engage with the present moment meaningfully. To truly immerse ourselves in the present, we must learn to dial down these stress hormones. This involves developing strategies to manage and alleviate stress, such as mindfulness practices, meditation, deep breathing exercises, or simply engaging in activities that bring joy and relaxation. As we reduce our stress levels, we diminish the hold of survival instincts on our psyche, allowing us to open up to the present moment with a clearer, more focused mind. Furthermore, embracing the present moment means becoming greater than our immediate bodily reactions and the environmental stimuli that constantly vie for our attention. In our fast paced, interconnected world, we are often bombarded with a plethora of sensory inputs, from the glare of screens to the cacophony of sounds around us. This sensory overload can make it difficult to remain centered and fully present. By consciously choosing to disconnect from these distractions and focus inward, we create space to connect with the present moment more deeply. In this state of heightened presence, we become more attuned to the subtleties of our current experiences. We notice the richness of the world around us, appreciate the complexity of our interactions, and become more aware of our internal states. This awareness enables us to respond to situations with greater clarity and intention, rather than reacting out of habit or instinct. Moreover, immersing in the present opens us to a world of possibilities that often go unnoticed when we are preoccupied with the past or future. It is in the present that we can truly innovate, create, and make meaningful decisions. The present moment, free from the constraints of our past conditioning and future anxieties, offers a fertile ground for inspiration and creativity. Our brainwave patterns, namely beta, alpha, and theta, play a significant role in how we perceive and experience time. These patterns are more than just biological responses. They are the rhythmic oscillations that reflect our level of alertness, relaxation, and subconscious awareness. In our everyday active state, where we engage in problem solving, decision making, and focused attention, our brains predominantly operate in the beta wave pattern. This state, while crucial for effective functioning in daily tasks, often aligns with a more conventional perception of time. In beta, time may seem to move at a steady, predictable pace, aligned with the ticking of a clock. However, as we begin to relax and unwind, our brainwave patterns shift to alpha. This state is often associated with light relaxation, daydreaming, and a gentle easing of the mind. In alpha, our internal chatter begins to quieten, and we start to detach from the rigorous demands of focused attention. This shift heralds a subtle expansion in our perception of time. Moments may begin to feel more drawn out, and a minute can seem longer than it did in the beta state. As we delve deeper into relaxation, entering the theta wave pattern, this sensation of time dilation becomes more pronounced. Theta waves are typically associated with deep meditation, light sleep, and significant creativity. In this state, our connection to the external world diminishes, and we venture into the realms of our subconscious mind. Here, in the depths of theta, our sense of time can transform dramatically. In that, the boundaries of time, as measured by clocks and schedules, blur, and a timeless quality emerges. This state can produce experiences where time seems to stand still or stretch indefinitely. It's not uncommon for individuals deeply immersed in theta states, such as in profound meditation or in the hypnagogic state just before sleep, to lose track of time altogether. An hour can pass by in what feels like a moment, or a moment can seem to last an hour. This alteration in time perception is not merely a psychological phenomenon, but has tangible physiological underpinnings. As our brainwaves slow down, our body follows suit, entering a state of deep relaxation. Our breathing slows, our heart rate drops, and our muscles loosen. This physiological shift complements the mental state of elongated time perception, creating a holistic experience of profound relaxation and present moment awareness. Mastering relaxation techniques and fully engaging with the present moment has profound effects on our physiological and psychological well being. One of the key benefits is the regulation of the autonomic nervous system, ANTS, which is responsible for controlling many of the body's involuntary functions, including heart rate, digestion, and respiratory rate, digestion, and respiratory rate. When we effectively manage stress through relaxation, we facilitate a harmonious balance within the ANS, leading to improved physical health and mental clarity. Relaxation techniques such as controlled breathing, meditation, and mindfulness not only help in reducing the levels of stress hormones in the body, but also enhance the body's relaxation response. This shift from a state of heightened alertness and stress to one of calm and balance is crucial for overall well being. It helps in lowering blood pressure, reducing muscle tension, and improving digestions, which are often compromised under chronic stress. Moreover, entering the present moment through these relaxation practices can evoke a sense of euphoria, clarity, and freedom. This state is characterized by a heightened awareness and a deep sense of peace, where worries about the past or the future dissipate, allowing us to experience a profound connection with the here and now. This mental clarity enhances our decision making abilities, creativity, and emotional resilience. The brain, too, benefits significantly from such relaxation practices. Studies have shown that consistent engagement in relaxation techniques can lead to an increase in brain function, particularly in areas associated with attention, emotional regulation, and self awareness. This enhanced brain function is marked by greater coherence between different regions of the brain, indicating improved neural communication and integration. As a result, individuals often experience a sense of wholeness and mental unity where thoughts, emotions, and actions feel more aligned and purposeful. Controlled breathing, in particular, is a powerful tool for altering our brainwave patterns. By regulating our breath, we can shift our brain from beta waves, associated with an overanalytical and often stressed state, to alpha and theta waves, indicative of a more relaxed, balanced, and creative state. The shift not only relaxes the body, but also clears the mind, allowing for a more reflective and introspective mental state. Furthermore, these relaxation techniques contribute to a heightened sense of self awareness and self regulation. As individuals become more adept at recognizing and responding to their stress signals, They develop a greater capacity to manage their emotional and physiological responses to challenging situations. This skill is invaluable in maintaining mental and emotional balance in the face of life's inevitable stresses. Breaking the habit of being ourselves presents one of the most significant challenges in personal development. This challenge arises from the deeply ingrained neural patterns in our brains, formed and reinforced through repetitive thoughts, choices, and emotions over time. These neural pathways dictate our habitual responses and behaviors, effectively creating our self identity. This identity, while familiar and comfortable, can also limit our growth and hinder our ability to reach new potentials. Our brains are remarkably efficient, constantly seeking ways to save energy by automating responses. When we repeatedly think in certain ways, make similar choices, and experience consistent emotional states, our neurons create and strengthen connections, forming neural networks. These networks become the default pathways for our brain's activity, leading us to act and react in predictable ways. This process, while useful in establishing routines and skills, can also trap us in cycles of behavior and thought that no longer serve us. To envision and reach a new future, it is crucial to step out of these ingrained patterns. This endeavor requires a conscious effort to change our thoughts, actions, and feelings. It involves questioning and challenging our automatic responses and deliberately choosing alternatives that align with our desired future. For instance, if we habitually respond to stress with anxiety, we might learn and practice relaxation techniques to alter our typical emotional response. The first step in this transformation is awareness. We must become acutely aware of our unconscious patterns and behaviors. This awareness can be developed through mindfulness practices, reflection, and self observation. By paying close attention to our thoughts, reactions, and feelings throughout the day, we start to recognize the patterns that constitute our habitual self. This recognition is powerful. It marks the beginning of our ability to change. Once we are aware of these patterns, the next step is to consciously decide to change them. This decision is not a one time act, but a continuous process. It involves consistently choosing thoughts, actions, and emotions that are in alignment with the new identity we wish to create. This process can be challenging as it requires us to step out of our comfort zones and confront unfamiliar aspects of ourselves. Moreover, changing these patterns requires practice and patience. Just as the neural pathways were built over time through repetition, creating new pathways also demands repeated effort. This might mean persistently practicing new ways of thinking or deliberately choosing different responses to familiar situations. Over time, these new patterns of thought and behavior can become as ingrained as the old ones, leading to lasting change